select scenario. When you click select scenario, you get many different options. You can What is up, guys? What is going on? How are ya? How are ya? Oh, what is up on this fabulous yet chilly, chilly hump day. Hump day, study stream, let's go. How are you guys? How are you? Let's see if anybody's in chat yet. Hey, there's 3 people in chat. Let's go. Asinine Bovine, how are ya?
We got 4 in chat. Let's go, baby. You know, I can never understand. I can never understand why when I look at people in chat in my back office area, it doesn't update that fast. I mean, what the hell? I mean, it says I have 4 viewers, but I only see myself, I only see Nightbot, and I only see Asinine. Hey, what's going on now? Now you said it, welcome in, welcome in. I am new here, what happens here? Well, I am a streamer. My name is DFS Brat. That's what I go by in the Twitch streets, in the social media streets. And I am a poker player. And today we are going to be doing some training off the felt. Going over hands, doing a hand history. We do hand histories. We do trainers, which we're going to do today. Going through different stack depths. Like if you have like 40 bigs to start a hand, what will you do in this spot? If you have 50 bigs, and so on. And just have a nice chill time. You're welcome to stay. If you really like what you hear, and do everything. Please hit the follow button. I am here every Wednesday at 10 a.m. Central Time. I am also here playing MTTs every other Saturday at 6:30 p.m. Central Time, and every Sunday at 9:30ish Central Time. So sit back and enjoy, and let's have some fun. Let's have a good sweat, guys. All right. Okay, let's see. Last week we did 40 bigs. Do you guys want to continue that, or do you want to do something else? Oh, and the software we're going to be using is Octopi Poker. Okay, it is a great site to use for trainers. I know GTO Wizard out there is also very good, but this has a lot easier interface and everything else. You heard of the stream from Recpoker. Yeah, I am part of Recpoker as a Wrecking Crew member, and they help support me, and I support them. I have been on some of the podcasts and stuff like that, so check them out. All right, we'll do Chip EV still. We'll do a complete hand like we have been. Now, do you guys want to do 40 bigs or 50 bigs or 60 bigs? Because basically 20 and 30 bigs, you're getting into a lot of... Yeah, Recpoker is fucking awesome. I love the community. Hey, Lucky Draw, how are you, dude? How are you? I love the community at Recpoker. Ugh, it is cold here. Ooh. As if you guys are not aware, I live in DFW, and we don't have any snow on the ground. DFW, Texas, Dallas, Fort Worth. We don't have any snow on the ground, but it's freaking freezing, especially for Texas. But Houston has maybe about 5 to 7 inches on the ground, which will probably be taken and melted off in the next day or two. But for right now, it is fucking cold. Let's see. Let's continue 40 bigs. Let's continue 40 bigs, and we will play as the button. We will play as the button. Or do you want to continue playing as like the big blind or small blind? Yeah, we'll continue as a button. Button is good? Okay. Alright, and we hit train. You guys see everything okay? Because even though I've been a streamer for a while, I'm still learning shit. Alright, that's probably the biggest I can get with everything that I have set up. So I hope you can actually see. If not, we'll try to work on something. Alright, but we do have King Jack offsuit, and it is folded to us, so obviously we are going to raise here, seeing as how we do have a premium, even though it's on the bottom end of our range. Alright, the big blind calls, and the flop is ace, 8, 8, 2 hearts. Now, we ourselves do not have a heart, but what would you like to do here since the big blind checked? Now, I'll let you go first. What would you like to do here? Would you like to continuation bet, or would you like to check? And if you want to bet, how much do you think you should bet? Should you bet 1.5 big blinds or 4.66, or just go for it and go all in for 37? Okay, bet 1.5. All right, does everybody agree with that? Because I agree with it. Lucky draw, how about you? No problem on just waking up asinine, I understand. Okay, lucky draw. Alright, I agree with now, so we will do the 1.5 and see what happens. Alright, we got it through. Okay. Now, this is a different scenario here. The hijack actually opens, gets folded to the hijack, and he opens for 2.3 off his 40 big blind stack. Now, remember, guys, this is in the way this here is being played in solver land. Okay? Quote unquote, perfect poker land. Okay? Now, you most definitely will probably see hands and plays that are like, huh? Don't worry about it. Just go with it. Okay, what would you like to do? Would you like to just call the 2.3, or would you like to raise 6.3, or would you rather just shove it in his face? Lucky draw, you're first this time. What do you want to do? Because I know we're not folding, that's why I didn't give it as an option, even though it is. Yeah, I'm never folding in this spot. Alright, Lucky Draw wants to raise to 6.3. I could get behind that, I definitely could. There are merits for both raising and just calling here. I mean, we are in position, so we don't exactly need to raise. But if we just want to be heads up with the hijack player, then most definitely we should be raising and trying to isolate. Now, sometimes, I know this is a trainer and everything else, and sometimes the amounts seem a little off. But like I said again, it's solver land. It's not real world land. So you might want to go a little bit bigger to actually help isolate, but not much bigger. Okay, now what do you think? Do you agree with Lucky, or do you just want to call? I call, but I do think the solver prefers a 3-bet. Makes sense raising, as you have a better chance of taking down the pot now or on the flop. Correct. And you're right, the solver probably does prefer 3-bet here, and I actually do prefer 3-bet myself, because I like, depending on what the opener is, like is he passive? Is now, if he's passive and he's opening, that should send out some alarm bells. But I think a raise here is in order, so we are going to actually raise. Okay. Yeah, it does invite them in. And you always want to get heads up. You always want to get heads up. You don't want to have a multi-way pot where, you know, I mean, sometimes you'll get 3 people, you know, yourself and 2 others, and it's okay. Anything more than that, I think Lucky's right. You'll have problematic holdings to deal with. Okay, the hijack does call our raise, and the pot. I mean, the pot is now 15.1 bigs, with a board of 5, 4, 3, 2 clubs, and the hijack checks. What would you guys like to do here, since we are the 3-better and in position? Would you like to bet or check? And if you bet, how much you want to do? 3 bigs or a 7.5? Or we could go all in for a 33 bigs if you so desire to. If you so desire to. Bet for sure. Okay. Well, how much? 3, 7.5, or just shove it in his face? All right. Asinine says 7.5 bigs. Now he's got it. Bet 7.5 as there's a lot of overcards that can come on the turn. Correct. So you're more than likely ahead now. So you do want to try to pile it in now. But I wouldn't pile it all in right now, as you know, overcards could come up. Seeing as how, and you can rule out a lot of overpairs, like jacks, queens, kings, and aces, because he probably would have 4-bet with those. Since it connects with their ace-high range, yeah, it gives them a backdoor. I mean, a gut shot, yeah. More than likely, since he just called, he probably has like ace-jack, maybe ace-queen. Definitely does not have ace-king. We can take that out of his range. So I am going to go 7.5, as we all concur. It says it's a mistake, but I would agree with you guys. There you go. It says it's 3, but there's arguments for both. Now, since we are the 3-better, and since the king clubs came on the turn, do you want to continue with our aggression, or do you want to just check back? Now remember, we are the 3-better. And he is checked. Okay, Lucky Draw is saying check back turn. Okay. He could have a king here as like king queen, king jack, king 10. I'm not too worried about the flushes though, because he just called our bet. He didn't raise it, so I'm not too worried about the flushes here. Asinine. Now, what do you guys think? You think we should check back, or you think we should bet? What? Right. And also we are the three better. So we have a lot more kings in our three bet range than he would have in his calling range, I think. I mean, I don't mind the check back here. I don't mind it, but I really don't like it. All right. I don't like the small bet though either. The only reason I would say bet is that it can sometimes be cheaper than their river bet. Yeah, it definitely can. All right. Now, what do you think? You think we should check or what? Yeah, the flush he could have the flush, but seeing as how he just called our three bet, I mean, he just called our bet. I'm not exactly putting him on a flush here. I would do either, but I would still say check. Okay. All right, we'll do 5.3 here. All right, now says check as well. All right. You know what? Since we have a couple of people, since we have 2 and 2, I'm kind of curious about what it would say as a check back here. So I'm gonna check. It does want it. All right. Unfortunately, the ace comes on the river with our check back, and now the hijack bets 6.3 bigs. What would you guys like to do here? Call, raise, or just shove it in his face? Say, I don't think you have an ace. Fold and cuss at my screen. Yeah, I would tend to agree. Yeah, we got to fold here. More than likely, we got to fold that he did hit his ace. Yep. Oh, he already had 2 of them. Alrighty. Next hand is the proverbial Nutter Butters. Ace King offsuit, the ultimate drawing hand. Ace King offsuit. We are going to raise. This is pretty easy. I don't think we're folding this, right, guys? No, I don't think so. All right, the small blind comes along. Yeah, we're at 40 bigs, so yeah. The small blind comes along, and the flop is 3, 3, 7, 2 hearts. We do not have a heart in front of us. And the small blind checkaroonies. Okay, Lucky Draw says check. I'll say check as well, but I do know that a lot of paired boards on the flop, you do have to continuation bet at a high frequency. But I do like a check here, actually, because we would not be... I mean, the only hands that we can consider us having as the villain, if we're the villain, the only hands we could consider our villain would have is like ace 3. I know it's not quads. It's definitely player dependent. We could have a flush draw. But I think a check back is actually warranted. So okay. Okay, now says bet as villain has not many threes. Yeah, he doesn't have many. He could have king 3, ace 3. But does he have a lot of sevens in his range? I mean, we totally whipped this board. Yes, yes. Also keep in mind, small blind calling range is a lot tighter. Is a lot tighter than big blind calling range. Although some people still seem to think that the blinds have the same ranges. Because I actually ran into a hand that I saw on Instagram, and the dude said that he got called down. Got called down by 6-5 suited from the small blind on a 3-bet in a cash game and a 2-5 cash game to boot over at TCH Las Colinas, actually. So bad play is alive and well, apparently. All right, I actually do like a check back here, but we are definitely aware of the fact that the small blind calling range is a lot tighter. So I am going to check here, see what happens. Bam! It's a mistake. Says, fuck you! You're betting there, bitch! So, what are we doing? Are we betting 1.6 or 3.3? I really don't think they're going to be shoving here. I would down bet here. I mean, we did do 2.3. That was standard. Got this flop. I do think 1.6 is warranted here. So I will go this way. Can I show the small blind range? Yeah, sure, actually. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me do this. Let me do this the right way here. Let me do this. Let's see. Review pre-flop. Okay. What these are right here. Oops, hold on. Bad streamer. There we go. Alright, you can't see all of it, but that's alright. Alright, button ranges. Button raise first in. You know, we got this entire range, about 42, raises 51% of the time, 51% of hands. Calling range is in the green here. Alright, that's his calling range right here. This is his calling range. Not many threes at all, basically just pocket threes. But this is his calling range here. Ace 3 here. And it is kind of player dependent a little bit. But you got some ace 10 here, king 10, queen 10, jack 10. But a lot of king and queen X, ace king, ace X, king X, and a little smidgen of queen X here. All basically on the suited side. So he does have some sevens in his range as well, like 8-7, 9-7, queen 7, king 7, ace 7. Ah, you're welcome. So he does have a lot of sevens in his range. So we will bet 1.6 and see what happens. Ooh, mistake. All right, well, let's see about this. 3.3. Okay, perfect. See what I say about Silverland? It ain't every. It's not everything it's cracked up to be. All right. It did take 3.3. So it wanted us to go up a little bit. All right, and the turn card is a 4 of hearts, so the flush draw did get in here. And the small blind checks again. In game, I would probably just check back here my entire range. What do you guys think? As he could most definitely have a lot of suited hands. He could still most definitely have 2 pair here. So what do you guys think? And I did not see that before. Thank you for the follow there now. I would check back as well. We have no pair. We have no draw. Okay, this just got interesting. All right, we do check back, and it does accept it as having the most EV play here. But now the 7 of spades comes on the river. 7 of spades comes on the river. Now there's 2 pair on the board. And the small blind actually leads out. And he leads out huge. I'm talking over bet pot. He bets out 16.5 bigs. Now, basically, our ace-king offsuit is a bluff catcher at this point, at best. So what would you like to do here? Would you like to fold, call the 16.5, or just shove it in his face? Yeah, I would tend to agree here. Yeah, I think we should actually just fold. Yep, it is concurred and confirmed. Just fold it and go on to the next one. Yeah, he did have a 7. Okay. The cutoff. Next hand, king, deuce, suited. Cutoff raises to 2.3. Alright, asinine says fold. What do you guys think? Should we fold this? Should we call this? What? I mean, I know we're not raising this. At least, I really don't think we are. I think it's a fold as well. So let's fold and see what happens. Alright, UTG 7, which is usually UTG plus 1, opens for 2.3. And on the button we do have the ladies. Lovely ladies. The lovely ladies. In pocket coins. I already know we're going to be raising this one, so we are going to be raising. And UTG1 calls. Now the flop is not favorable for us. The flop is not favorable for us at all, which it never is. Whenever we have pocket kings, an ace always comes on. Whenever we have pocket queens, a 2-king ace board. And UTG1 checks. What would you guys like to do here? Would you like to check back? It favors our range but not our hand, yes. So with that being the case there, S9, what would you like to do? Would you like to check, bet 3 bigs, or 7.5 big blinds? Or just say the ladies rule and just shove it in? Label guy, how are you? Bet 7.5 and pray they just call or fold. What do you guys think? I don't mind that. It does, like he said, it does hit our range a lot better than it does our hand. I mean, if there was a king, queen, ace, I would absolutely be loving life. Yeah, I kind of want to bet small here as well. I mean, like I said, it does hit our range, but it doesn't hit our exact hand. We do want to actually keep betting here. I do feel that way, but I think small is a lot better. Not necessarily half pot with the 7.5. So I'm actually going to go with now on this and bet small. I'm only going to bet 3 bigs. And it did work. It did work. The guy had pocket sevens. It had pocket sevens. Which we beat, yeah. All right. All right, this one is interesting. It gets folded to us in the button, and we have 5, 6 suited. All right, Asinine says raise 2.3. Okay. I would do the same thing. So let's do this. Yeah, which we beat. Yep, that's right. All right, I will raise the 2.3. Perfect! Ha ha! Yeah, it's pretty much a standard raise from the button, yeah. All right, we do get a kind of a favorable flop with some gut shot and backdoor spade equity. Big blind does come along for the ride, and they check. What would you guys like to do here? Would you like to check or bet? Okay, Asinine says bet 1.5. Okay. I think we can accommodate that. So let's do that. Let's do 1.5, see what happens. Nice. Got King 3 offsuit to fold. Alright, Jack 6 suited. It's folded to the big blind. To the button here, and we have Jack 6 suited. Are we betting or are we folding this? Raise to 2.3, Asinine says. Fold if not suited, I would agree with that. Okay, even now says bet. I knew what you were. I knew what you meant now. All right, we will do that. It is perfect, but the small blind says, "Ha! I will raise you." So he raises to 8.6. So do we call in position, or do we raise, or do we fold? No, the big blind folded. The big blind folded, Asinine. Easy fold, yep. Okay. He had Queen 6 suited. He was doing a squeeze play, though. Oh, no, okay. Alright. My bad. Alright, next hand is folded again to the button here. Ace 6 offsuit. Are we raising or are we folding? Now, if this was cash, I would tell you what I would do. But this is a tournament format. Okay. Yeah, same with me. I'm actually folding this as I know for an MTT format, if you're trying to open with an offsuit ace, it has to be, I usually have it as ace 10 off. But Annie's in play. No Annie's in play right now. Yeah.
I'm gonna head to Kroger to pick up a couple of things before you have to go to work.
Okay, baby.
Okay.
All right. All right. Let's. You know what? Let's do a raise. See what happens. I myself would fold this, but let's do a raise. Perfect. There are Annies? I didn't see any, but oh well. It was the right play, according to Octopi Poker's trainer. So let's see. Actually, ooh, raise first button. Raise first in is all the ace X's. All the ace X's, 100%. Oh, one big blind in the middle. Okay. All right. Big blind comes along for the ride. Flop is Jack 3 Queen, 2 spades. What are we doing here, guys? I would actually probably freaking bet this. But a lot of his calling range is jacks and queens. So let's see. Review flop, pre-flop again. Yeah, all his jack X and queen X are all calls. Yeah, I would bet small here too. Let's see what happens. Perfect! But the big blind comes along as well. Turn card is the deuce of hearts. So what would you like to do now? Would you like to check? Check back, bet 2.8, 4.6, 6.9, 11.4, or just shove it in his face? Yeah, I would agree with Asinine. Check it back to see there, because there's no reason to make this pot bigger than it is right now. Yep, I would agree with that. So we are going to actually do it. Okay. We do get a queen. We do pair the board with the queen on the river. And the big blind decides to bet out small. I'm guessing possibly for value. It's basically a 30% pot bet. So do you think he has a queen here, or a jack, or even a 3? I mean, he could have pocket 5s through 10s here. And all we have is an ace-high bluff catcher here. So, what do you want to do here? I think he bets the queen and the jack on the flop. Possibly, but he checked both times. He checked it. He could be just trying to trap. If I were to do anything here, I wouldn't just call. I would probably raise, and raise a lot bigger than. Yeah, you're not supposed to lead. You're not supposed to lead on. You're only supposed to lead on the big blind on any type of board less than 15% of the time. Here, it is such a small bet. I might just ship it here, but then I am a bit wild. And I actually agree with now. He's checking back he's checking his entire range, even if he hits this board. Because that's what. Yeah, but remember, we checked back on the flop. Yeah, remember, we checked back on the flop, guys. Either that or I think we bet small. Let me see here. Okay, scenario. Yeah, we did bet small. We checked on the turn. But like I said, like I was saying though, if I'm gonna do anything on this board, I'm probably raising more than 10.1. Probably raising to 15 or even 20. Now I'm not necessarily shoving here, but it's about a 30% pot bet here, which is pretty standard for getting value. So I'm actually gonna fold this, see what happens. Ooh, it's a mistake. Try again. It's a 1% mistake though. Yeah, I know. Remember, we're in solver world, not real world. So what would you guys like to do here? Would you like to do 2.8, 10.1, or a 36? Let's see. Solver has many more bluffs there than most real players. Correct. That would be correct. Alright, so do you want to take the other extreme out of the way? Let's take the other extreme out of the way. Let's go all in. Okay, it's a mistake. I haven't got the balls to raise. You just don't have the confidence. I don't think it's lack of balls. But all in is not an option. I actually think calling would probably be the best option here instead of raising. I mean, what do we hope to accomplish when he actually bets here and we raise? What are we hoping to accomplish? Him folding, correct? So let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens when he's actually folding. I actually think the correct answer is just calling, but let's see if it raises. Yeah. Yep. It was not an all-in raise, but it was a raise nonetheless. All right. We're looking at a sim right now. He's going to have zero. He's going to have, yeah. He's going to have third pair a lot. He's going to have second pair some of the times. Yeah, he's going to have basically a hand that cannot withstand a raise. So that's basically why it was a raising opportunity. All right, back to the action at hand. All right, pocket fours. It's folded to us. We are going to do the standard 2.3. All right, and again, the small blind decides to say, "I'm going to raise you." What would you like to do here, guys? Would you like to call? Or would you like to just rip it in his face for 40 bigs? I myself here, I'm just calling being in position, so it's a no-brainer for me. Okay. Yeah, it's somewhat close. It is somewhat close, but it's a lot easier with his tight-ass range. Alright, but the flop is not favorable for us. It is favorable for our range, just not our hand. And Asinine says, I'm folding on the flop. Especially when the small blind actually leads out. Donk leads. Actually, no, they were the three better, so it's not a donk lead. It just leads out for roughly 20% pot. Yeah, 20-ish, you know. What do you guys want to do here? You want to call? I'm definitely not raising this board. Although it is an interesting concept. Okay, we got two folds here, so we got 6 people. I would actually fold here as well, so 50-50. Hey, Walter. Walton, what's up? Alright, we will be folding. Although I do think we could actually get away with a raise here. But I'm just going to do this. Oh my goodness. It didn't want us to fold. Who could it possibly want? Okay, folding is not an option. So are we calling or raising or shoving? What would you guys like to do? This is actually interesting to me. My first instinct, okay, and I've learned to trust my instincts whether they're right or wrong, is actually raise. If I can't fold, I am only ever calling here. Well, let's review. Let's review. Okay, button versus button raise. Let's see, button raise first in. Okay, pocket fours. Alright, let's see. Let's get the full range here. Alright, let's see. This is all his raising hands. This is the all ins. Hey, it's, I see it as risk reward. Because basically, let's see. Small blind versus button, raise first in. This is his calling range here. Okay, he's got a lot of queens. He's got a lot of king X. Got some jack X suited. Okay, he does have a lot of those for calling. However, he doesn't have that many for 3-betting, which is what he did pre-flop. Basically, he has ace jack suited, ace jack suited and better. Kings, queens, jacks, tens, nines. Some eights, some sevens, some sixes, some king six, queen six. So he basically has, but he doesn't have that many. He doesn't have that many nines. Let's see, what was the flop? 8, 9. Yeah, he has a smidgen of 8x. He has a smidgen of 9x, unless it's pocket nines. But he has a lot more calling. So to go back here, I actually, the more I look at his range, his 3-betting range, and now his leading range, and now his leading. I mean, if he were to just call the flop, call pre-flop, this would make it a much harder thing, I think. Because he has a ton more calling range than he does 3-betting range. So I would actually, I wouldn't, to Asanine's point, it is 1/4 of our stack with 2 streets to come. But say we don't get a favorable turn, as far as range-wise goes, because I think we do have a lot more. Yeah. Button versus button, raise first in with a small blind raise. So this would be our calling range. And pocket 4 is actually with the 3-bet there are some, with the 3-bet from the small blinds, there are some actual, it's a toss-up between calling and all in, actually, for our specific hand. And this is all the calling range right here, which it smashes our range. That board smashes our calling range, our 3-bet calling range. So I'm actually liking a raise here a lot more. I mean, it's scary as hell, don't get me wrong. It's scary as hell to do, but I think a 10 here, a raise to 10.6 is warranted. So I'm actually going to do it, and this is on me if I make a mistake here. Perfect. Yeah, baby. All right. All right, now the five ball comes on the turn. Oh, if we hit a 4 on the turn, I know I'm ahead. I absolutely know it. I absolutely know if I'm ahead, especially if he just calls. I would put him on maybe 1 pair hands, unless he has a bigger set. Which the only sets that actually are supposed to be 3-betting here are jacks and 9. Yeah, jacks and nines, not eights, not anything else. And a lot of what would make up his straight draws are just calling, not three betting from the small blind. And he three bet from the small blind pre, so you can actually take out that entire range. But remember, this is also solver world, not real world. All right, but the turn does. Yeah, it's a five of hearts, and I mean we do have the four of hearts on our hands, so the likelihood of him having a flush draw here is reduced, not entirely taken away. And the small blind now checks. I think we should do some pot control and actually check here. What do you guys check? What do you guys think? Should we check? Shove our half pot bet that we have left in our stack, or bet half our stack with 10.1 bigs? What do you guys think? Should we continue the aggression, or should we say we're good? A check is fine. We can easily get it all in by the river if we hit. Oh yeah, it's only a half pot bet. I am finished with the hand, as I would not have the confidence to raise 4-4 in that spot. No, I feel you. I feel you. I do understand that. I do understand that. And even in game, I would be like, okay, even though I trust my first instinct, I would still be hard pressed to actually do it. So I totally understand that. Not even in a play money game? Oh, come on now. Come on now. Come on now. But I do understand I do totally understand and understand what you're saying. I do understand what you're saying, totally. But what a very good friend of mine, keep in mind this is solver versus solver. If you think their range is much tighter there, it may not be the right play. Correct. Yes, absolutely. And I hate losing my stack. Yeah, I hate that too, but to get better, we have to get used to being uncomfortable. Okay, and a very good friend of mine, in fact, one of my best friends, who is a poker professional, she, and I did say she, has been a local Vegas pro for almost 18 years now. Freaking drop dead gorgeous, so she gets action all the time. She gave me some advice once that has always stuck with me. The most uncomfortable plays are usually the most profitable. So, for me, understanding that, and trusting my first instinct, I was able to actually do it. But in game is like, you would basically have to twist my arm to actually do it. So I totally get the anxiety, the apprehension. I totally get it. But that's why we're here to learn too. That in certain situations, even though we have fourth pair, a raise is warranted. It does and will look scary. But we have to understand that this is a game where you have to get used to being uncomfortable. 100%. You have to get used to being uncomfortable. But I do agree with the check back here. We do want to pot control, so we are going to check. And it's a mistake. So, in light of checking back, that did not work, I would suggest this. I would say go all in. And I'll tell you why. He three bet the flop. I mean, small blind 3-bet pre-flop. Okay, which would indicate strength. And then when he bet out, we actually 3-bet, and according to the solver, it was the right play. And the small blind just called our 3-bet. He didn't raise it again. So you can actually probably take out pocket eights as a set of eights. You might be able to take out pocket nines as a set of nines here. So basically you're looking at a set of jacks, which would not worry about re-raising. And air. I know this would be one hell of a scary ass spot to do, but I think all in is what we should be doing here. So that's what I'm going to do. And it's a mistake. So we're just going to go to the default. And now we're just going to shove it in there. And the small blind showed Queen 6 suited for total bluff-skoo. Total bluff-ski. Total bluff-alicious. Next hand is my favorite hand, actually. My favorite freaking hand. We'll do a couple more of these and then it's time for me to go. Actually, that's in his range. That's actually in his range there, S9. He does have some 3-bet range, Queen 6 suited range. I have to go now. Thanks for the session, and I will see you all again. Oh, it was my pleasure. It was my pleasure. Now you said it. Thanks. First of all, thank you for the follow. And my next stream will be this coming Sunday at 9:30 p.m. We'll be doing some. We'll be playing some MTTs. All right. Thank you for stopping in, and we will see you Sunday possibly. Yeah, he does have Queen 6 suited. He does have. Actually, it's 52%, dude. Okay, S9. Yeah, we're only going to do like this one and one more probably, because I need some lunch because I'm starving before I got to go to work. So I'm going to speed this one up, guys, okay? All right, UTG raises open. Whenever you guys open at a cash game or whatever, or whether it be tournament, don't just limp. Just freaking raise, will you please? All right, under the gun outputs for 2.3. I really don't see a need to raise here, so we are going to call. Alright, same scenario, kind of the same scenario, just different spot, just different position for the original raiser. Now he leads out for 1.8 into a 7.1 pot. What would you like to do here? Would you like to call, raise, or fold? I myself am just calling this. There is merit for actually raising, but I think a call is basically warranted. There's really no reason to actually raise it at this point, seeing as how he did actually, lead out. So I am going to call and see what happens. And it's a mistake. Why is it a mistake? Let's find out. Okay, button versus U8, which is UTG. Raise first in. Okay, raise first. We had pocket sevens on the button. And what is he actually raising here with? What is he actually raising here with? Let me turn this up a little bit so you guys can see. Alright, all the ace-X, raise first in. He's opening up a lot of king-X, a lot of queen-X. And we're actually calling a lot of the queen-X, a lot of the same stuff, which we could actually 3-bet here. Pocket sevens is 93% call and 7% raise. So when we just call, we have all this real estate here. Okay, so we may actually end up just doing this one. All right. Strategy board. All right, he's gonna have a lot of top pairs, a lot of low pairs, a lot of straight draws. So we are actually, we tried to calling, so that didn't work. So I'm going to fold this. I really don't know if we should fold it, but I'm going to. Yeah, we should have. We should have folded. Even though he had pocket sixes. That's kind of like slap in the face, but shit happens. Alright, we did open and the big blind calls. This will be the last hand for me, guys. And then we'll send it over. In fact, you know what? Let's do that. Let's see. Okay. All right, he checks. We can check back here, I think. Yep. Alright, he checks again. So basically he's, saying, I give up, I give up, I give up. So let's see. I know we're betting here. I actually want to overbet pot here. See, we haven't done that yet. So let's see. Oh, it's a mistake. Oh well. We'll go to 3. Okay, that was good. All right, guys. We're going to be ending this because I need to get some lunch before I need to get ready. I know it's normally 2 hours, but like I said, I need to get some lunch beforehand. All right, let's see what we can do as far as raids. Okay, let's see here. There is one thing I want to show you before I go. Okay, there is something on Octopi Poker. All right, it is on YouTube. If you do like what I have here, now, first and foremost, Octopi Poker does not pay me for anything. I do not have an affiliate code for them yet. However, they do not pay me for this. I am doing it strictly out of love for the software and the community that they have. One of the co-founders is a poker professional by the name of Chewy. That's his nickname. Tournament crusher, fucking everything. Oh my god, dude. He crushes. And they just released a full tutorial of using this trainer that I was just using. Hey, Asinine. Welcome back. It's a 12. I think it's a 12-minute video. It is on YouTube. Just look up Octopi Poker here. I'll put it in the chat here. Just go to that place. It'll give you a full tutorial of the trainer that I was just using. And if you want to start using it yourself, you can get a free account. I do have a paid account, just like with GTO Wizard and any type of thing. I do pay a monthly fee for all that you get. For all that you get, guys, it is humongous value. Okay, humongous value. I started out because I wanted some of the features. I started out paying $20 a month for this type of content. Okay, $20 a month. That ain't bad. That's nothing. That's nothing compared to what's out there already of the same quality or better. I mean, hell, for GTO Wizard, if you want node locking and stuff, it's $150 a month. Okay? $150 a fucking month. That's crazy. I mean, hell, that's basically my car insurance payment. But it goes through, it's like I said, it's a 12-minute video. It goes through everything. I mean, I have not watched it yet myself. And I actually plan on doing it, so I'm actually going to save it. And we'll do it for study material and watch later. So we're done. But right now I pay what On Octopi Poker, I pay $50 a month, but you get everything on the site and more. If you do the yearly subscription, you actually get a year of GG Poke. I think it's Poker Go. That's right, Poker Go. Poker Go for a year. But it is totally free, 100% free to at least sign up for a free account and to be able to start using the trainer and some of the other features that they have on here. And again, I am totally 100% saying they did not ask me to do this. I do not ask them to do this. I just like Octopi Poker and what they have, what they represent. So I love using their stuff as a study tool, and so do a lot of my friends. So kudos to them. All right, guys, let's see what we got going on for. Killing Bird is on. Nice. Let's see what is going on with Killing Bird. Yes, start watching.
8 from the money bubble.
All right, we are going to raid Mr. Killing Bird here. Oh, you're welcome, Asinine. You're welcome. Whoops. My next stream will be Sunday at 9:30, as I will be playing live on Saturday. If I decide to change it, just, if I decide to change that, I might actually stream on Saturday, but it is not on the calendar, so I will probably have the day off. But if I do stream my live play, I will let you guys know. Alright, let's go see Killing Bird.
Alright, dude. Get a shout out for our dude there. Hope you had a good stream today. Welcome everyone coming in. My name's KB. We play the pokers here on Twitch. Sometimes slots, sometimes bounty hunters. One? It's not good. Yo, nice prime. Come on, give us a good spin here. Give us a good spin. I say give us a good spin. Well, we got a monster brewing. Let's go over here. Good luck us. It's for a lot of chips. We have ace 10 of hearts. Like, how do we not win? Overs? Flush? Oh, cool. We ran into the clown car. I don't think we want to watch this hand, do we? No, we do not. I think we've only done 10s. We've done 1s, 5s, and 10s. I don't think we've done a 25. Oh, nice. Study stream. There you go. I should probably do some studying someday.